grew up hearing countless stories of their childhood, like the classic